Hey, what is up, all you leakers? It's your girl, Brain Leak Alexis, back at you once again with another double reaction to the last week and the week before's episodes of the Brain Leak podcast. So, let's just say, to start off the week before's episode, intimidation would be the word I'm looking for. They did a little. These are toys, but I see it's more intimidation factor. So Nerdly, shout out to you for blurring those toys out. I won't call them technically toys, but you know what I'm getting at. So Nerdly, shout out to you. Thank you for blurring that out of that video. That's how they started out the podcast with. I'm like, am I supposed to be intimidated by those toys? I call it scare tactics. Again, that's just my word. If you haven't watched that episode, just go watch and see what I'm talking about. And then they were talking about the what's going on with the Watchers. Again, I don't know who those guys are. And then Ethan decides to prank us and say that, oh, we're gonna make you guys pay to watch more of our content. And then Sean just adds into more of the joke and saying, yeah, there's going to be more or less editing and everything. I'm like, excuse you. And that's what led into them talking about what happened with the Watchers, if you haven't seen the episode yet, which you should. And then they were talking about different other stuff on the podcast as well. Like, they actually broke down what was going on with that whole situation. Again, I don't know who these guys are from a standpoint. I never watched their content. And I agree with what Sean said and the whole thing. It's just like, you give us free content and then you just take it away. No, that's not cool. To take it away from all of us. And then, let's rewind this back. People are asking Ethan, like, oh, what's your favorite type of music? Do you have a favorite artist and everything? And then Ethan's like, I like different types of music. I don't have a particular favorite artist. He's like, I listen to two different genres. And then Sean saying, I have answer. And then Ethan's like, yeah? He's like, Hozier. And Hozier is an Irish artist. And Ethan's popped up. He goes, doesn't all Irishmen look similar? And Sean's like, no, we don't. I'm like, Sean is right. All Irishmen do not look the same. They don't, because I watch another interest on mine, and there's a couple Irish people, wrestlers, and yes, I watch wrestling, sue me, that don't look like the Irish people from Ireland, or Irishmen from Ireland. So, no, I would have to agree with him on that one. And then it leads into Sean released Volume 1 of Ultraverse, which I like the covers to Volume 1 of Ultraverse. They were talking about that, and so that was cool. And then they talked about more YouTuber stuff and stuff like that. So that was just basically the week before's episode of Brain Leak. So let's jump into last week's episode, shall we? Yes, I took notes, sue me. Again, I have a memory. My memory sucks, so sue me. The whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake rap, I call it drama, basically. They call it beef. Personally, I have not listened to Kendrick Lamar. Shocker. I'm not, again, I grew up listening to rock music, pop music, and a little bit of rap here and there. They were breaking it down. I like using that word. They broke down I call it EVP, because EVPs only have 4 songs on the whole thing. And they completely broke that down, and Sean says, like, yeah, I dissected all the songs and everything, and he basically says that he was a Kendrick stan, and people don't use that against him. He likes Kendrick Lamar. Let the dude like Kendrick Lamar. I will always say that I am a JSC fan and a leaker, so don't use that against me either. So take it for what that is. And then I'm gonna use a word that he used in the episode last week. He was glazing. Basically, what that means for people that don't understand that word is he was praising Kendrick Lamar of how good his songs were. And again, I never listened to Kendrick Lamar, so that's just my give and take on the whole situation. He said that he's got some really good. It was a really good song, songs that were dissing Kendrick, basically. Then okay, my sister listened to Eminem, and Eminem has. Well, Eminem's album. Eminem was the reasoning why that Kendrick Lamar got into doing rap in the first place, and I can agree with Sean on that because my younger sister listens to Eminem, so. And he's heard that from Eminem, so she has heard it from him. I heard it from her, so Sean's right. I love my English slang so much. And then I didn't know this about Kendrick Lamar, that he was a Tupac fan. And then Drake tried to use it against him, so it's like it didn't work. And he's just like you know what, brush off, don't care. And then Sean was been teaching his girlfriend, Evelyn, the lore and the backstory of Kendrick. And she don't listen to hip hop and rap music, but she did say, according to what Sean says, his lyrics are so poetic. He's got really good music, and the lyrics just weave into it so good. Okay, I'll take the word for it. Both of them don't like Drake's music. I mean, it's choice. Everybody's got different taste in music. Again, I never listened to Drake or Kendrick, so I wouldn't throw my hat in the ring and say no. Drake's music's better than Kendrick's. No, I haven't listened to both, so I can't give that opinion good enough for you. And then they were talking about the Friday Night Funk in that video that Sean did because he's seen Corey Kenshin. Again, another person. Perfect. I like Corey Kenshin. He's cool. I like the dude. And he also donated a lot of money to Thankness, so again, Corey's awesome. I personally never watched his content, but he's a really cool dude. He did something with Friday Night Funkin', the game around it, so he did a little bit of rap. He's like, I want to challenge myself. I want to do something that I've never done before. So he's like, okay, I'll do this. It was like a minute, 1 minute and 8-second song. No, 55-second, like, intro to the game, which the video was awesome. It was absolutely phenomenal, to say the least. And then Ethan went all over I would say all over the U.S. But he helped his dad, Mark, move from Maine to where Ethan currently lives in Los Angeles. So he wasn't keeping track of how many states they went through and everything. I did. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on all this. It was 14 states that Ethan and his dad went through. So on a road trip. Yeah, he's got the tinnitus. Ethan's like saying like, yeah, I listen. We barely talk to each other. We were listening to audiobooks and stuff like that. Okay. Dave Grohl, the singer of Red Hot Chili Peppers, I know who he is because I like that band too. And with the hair of his, yeah, he almost kind of looks like David Grohl. Yeah, he uses to calm down that tinnitus of his. I know what it is because I've gotten the muffle sound and then the high pitch and scream, like siren head noise in my head or my ears. So yeah. He uses what was it? Earbuds to like have music to fall asleep to, which I do very occasionally myself. And Ethan's like, I used to do that, but I can't do that anymore because it hurts my ears and I can't find a good pair to wear. And then Sean's like, and don't. I'm being serious about this. Don't make a joke out of this part. Sean's like, okay, how much of your dad do you see in you? And don't. This is a straight answer from Ethan. He's like, I see a lot of my dad in me because I'm just like him. And I would agree. I am just like my dad. My dad's no longer, he passed away. And I am the spinning image of my dad. I've got the temper like him. I look just like him. I have a loud voice like him. My aunt and her fiance has said, oh wow, you just look like more like him every day. And I will actually take that as a compliment. Yeah, I look like my dad, so again. So yeah, that's basically the 2 episodes all in one video. How awesome is that, leakers? I will be doing another one of these sometime this week after the latest episode tomorrow, because they did last week, they did the audio version and then they did the upload, which I don't know if they're gonna do that from now on, but we'll see. So I will see all you leakers in the next reaction video of the Brain Leak podcast.